Going down, world! Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I got a special guest in the house, you guys, the one and only Andy Rue. What's up, man?
Howdy, brother.
Howdy, brother.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here, and this is going to be another uncultured moment for me, kind of like Prince, because never heard Jimmy. I didn't even know that that's what his voice sounded like. I'm not going to lie.
You've never heard Jimi Hendrix
No, I
before?
know of Jimi Hendrix. Like, Jimi Hendrix was legendary. I do know about it. I know he's
but
an
you've
insane,
never heard any
like,
of his
insane
music?
guitar player. I've even been to a museum in Seattle where they had some of his guitars there, and, like, you can see, like, the neck being bent and everything.
Yeah.
Like, but I've never heard any of his music, no.
Bro, I didn't know this was a blind reaction. I just
Yeah.
thought this was a first-time reaction to Hey Joe.
No, I've never.
I thought you've heard, like, By the Watchtower or something.
This is going to be insane because, like, as a musician, and I work in recording studios, if you guys don't know, stuff like that. I have never actually, like, delved into a lot of, like, guitar history. Like, I really don't know that much about guitars because if someone's recording it, they just plug in all their stuff, I record it, and do my thing. I've never actually, like, taken time to, like, look into, like, components of guitars, like the pickups and everything. Like, I don't know a lot about guitars or the history, like, a lot of the guitar players. Like, even when you were showing me, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan and things like that, like, I'm a youngin'. I need to get cultured. So that's also why I love, like, doing this stuff. Like, I have my own channel, and you know, he's been tossing me some of y'all, and it's been great. It's been so much fun. But, like, being able to get more cultured over on the channel in real time with you guys has been amazing. It's been so much fun.
All right, so if you're new to this Reactions with Andy Rue, he's from Gen Z. He's a youngin', but he's a classically trained pianist. He's an engineer, a producer, a singer. You know, when I met him, he was a rapper. I feel like you're more into metal and stuff now, but and now he's a sound guy at the local venue, Black Sheep. Yo, this is crazy.
It's just stacking it.
He's a youngster, but he's all things music, and I just think it's cool because you guys put me on to a bunch of stuff, and I want to put him on. I did not know this was going to be an absolute blind first-time reaction to Jimi Hendrix, so this is going to be incredible. So this should be fun. I know a little bit, so I'll sprinkle that stuff in. You know, he definitely influenced and impacted people like Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah. Like, you know, some of the things we've reacted to was him covering, like, Stevie Ray Vaughan covering Hendrix. So it gets pretty wild. But let's just get this thing started. If you guys are here for a first-time reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe, and welcome back to the channel.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, you guys, let me get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I've been doing travel vlogs and movie reactions, but over here's where I do all the music reactions. And the music, if you guys want access to these reactions early, there's a link in the description that gives you early access. I try to update it every single day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, so you could have some fun in there. Regardless, thank you so much for your support. Huge shout out to all the members helping me keep the lights on. Let's get this show on the road. Now, it's important. I think this comes from a Warner Bros. Film, but it's important to go watch this in the way it was intended from the official platforms. Look, this reaction is not a substitute for the original. You know, people are here for our commentary, our breakdown, and the reaction, but please support this in the way it was intended and go to the original artist and support that. That's important. Man, this is going to be crazy. I didn't know that. So, yeah. First time blind reaction with your boy Andy Rue.
Oh, yeah. This
is Jimi Hendrix performing Hey Joe at Monterey in 1967.
Hey Joe, where you going with that gun in your head? Hey Joe, I said, where you going with that gun in your head? I'm going out and shoot my old lady. You know I'm gonna mess around with another man. Shoot my old lady. You know I caught her mess around with another man. And that ain't too good. Hey Joe, I said, I heard you shot your lady down and shut her down. shut her down in the ground.
He did. What I know about him is he definitely has done things to guitars that no one has ever seen before, and at least at the time never saw before, and just to, like, even just him going over the the neck like that, and just do just little things that he would do, and the way that he would bend the. I think if I'm correct, I think he would like bend the neck sometimes, like I don't know. Again, I could be like I said, I'm very uncultured, but I do know that he would manipulate guitars in ways that like were crazy, and kind of make it his own, basically.
Yeah, I think it's important at this moment, you guys, anyone who's watching this is it's a Jimi Hendrix fan, please put in the comments what he should check out next, and you guys start, hitting it with a thumbs up, and we'll send that over to his channel. What you're saying is very true. So from the things that I've gathered from my audience, from watching Rick, we talked about Rick Beato a little bit before this, and other things. Jimi Hendrix redefined playing guitar, at some capacity. And maybe not just like, I'm not the expert, so I don't want to be out here spitting fake news. But, I remember Rick, actually, this is why I decided to show this to you, because I was watching some of his channel, and he was mentioning how Hey Joe is like very significant. And I don't remember all the details, but what I do remember is this is one of the, for him helping redefine and influence so many guitar players. Hey Joe was kind of the introduction to that, right? And then his body of work led to this redefinition of guitar work. But the unique thing that we see is like he was able to take like, let's say Chuck Berry's rock style and like blend things with like B.B. King's blues style, and then have this like it's like Bruce Lee, bro. Like it's like. So Bruce Lee was known for taking martial arts and mixing the best of each genre. He was the first like mixed martial artist per se, and that's what we kind of get to see from what I'm learning of Jimi.
I was gonna ask that. I was actually gonna ask that. I was like, well, what kind of genre would you put this in? Because it does sound like rock mixed with like soul, or like blues a little bit, like you were saying. Exactly, like he's on blues scales and things like that. From what I'm hearing at least. It's very cool. It's a very cool little mix. You could definitely tell this is like the most raw form, because like, now of course it's mixed all the time, things like that are mixed, but like this sounds like one of those just really like early stages of that, those, mixing those elements together. One thing I know about guitars is like it's not the same as piano. Obviously it's not the same as a lot of other instruments, because it is so much more emotion you can evoke with a guitar. I feel like a guitar is more closer to the human voice than it is like an instrument, and like a piano. Of course pianos have a lot of emotion, and I'm a pianist since I was 6 years old for 20 years. So, I'm playing piano. So, of course you can add emotion in piano, but not in the same way as a guitar. A guitar, you can bend strings, you can do different, like there's so much you can do with a guitar, and so much tone shaping, and, you don't just have the one sound to work with, you have a lot you could do. And he's just a legend.
The reason I like doing reactions with you is you're into current rock and metal and deathcore. And so be able to have you see stuff like this, I enjoy the whole thing, because I didn't get into metal or deathcore. I'm actually just getting introduced to it, but you're actually into these phases and stages. I think it's cool to hear your insights. All right, we rocking. This is Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe, in Monterey.
Jimmy.
Hey Joe, I said, I heard you shut your lady down, you shut her down in the ground. Yes, I did, I shot her. I caught her mess around town. Yes, I did, I shot her.
He hit him with that Gen Z tongue action. Like groceries.
Like groceries.
Yo, Jimi Hendrix
Crazy.
did that. That's wild.
I caught her mess around town. Now give it a gun. I shot her.
out of all things that I thought he was going to do to that guitar, that poor guitar, that's not one of the things I thought he was going to do. That was insane. That's crazy. How have I never heard of this? Low-key, actually, how have I never heard of this? Because that's actually insane. I did not think. I was like, oh, maybe he'll do some cool little tricks with the guitar, like spin it.
Yeah.
Like do some weird finger, like, patterns or something, or do a crazy bend or something. But this dude just put it up to his mouth and sort of play. Was it with his teeth or tongue?
I think it was with his teeth.
It had to have been his teeth. Like, I don't think he would have been able to get that loud of a pluck with
his orthodontist was pissed.
Oh,
like,
so mad.
Jimmy,
stop playing the guitar with your teeth.
Yeah, Comfort Dental was like,
That's
what's
crazy.
up, Jimmy?
That's almost so insane that, like, I feel like no one can really mimic that. I'm sure people have, like, mimicked it now at this point, but, like, not in the main. It's not like a technique that people are going to use regularly. That's definitely showing, for show. That's crazy.
So the thing that he's known for, I don't even know if I've seen this now that I think about it, but the thing that everyone talks about that he's known for is the lighting his guitar on fire.
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that y'all tapping in the comments. I'm
like just on stage.
Like I'm
just
over here trying to, like I do reactions because I enjoy.
When did he light like on stage? He lit his guitar
I believe
on fire?
during a performance like that. Like I think that helped him like catapult. Like because people are like, what the?
Like how rock stars like smash their guitars.
He might
but
not have been the
instead
first one to pluck it with his teeth either. Because man, I'm learning so much about guitarists in general. I just, I really here for the music and the storylines, but I pick up, I just pick up tidbits of information and try to keep it organized in my brain,
Yeah.
So.
This is cool. I need to learn guitar. I don't know if I'll ever be able to play like Jimmy. I never will. That's a lie. I'll never be able to play like Jimmy. But
don't never say never, boss. You're still young too.
I'm gonna be Andrew Baker.
Let's go. Hey Joe. Hey Andrew.
Where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna go? Hey, Joe said, where you gonna run to now? Where you gonna go? And he says this, I'm going way down south, way down Mexico way.
You said that he took a lot of inspiration from like B.B. King, right?
I don't actually know where he
things?
took inspiration from. He's blending those type of
those
styles.
types of
That's
what
I'm here. I'm just giving an example.
Vocally, what he's doing is like very much like that kind of blues chanty like kind of stuff, and that's like a lot of like what B.B. King would do. But I don't totally hear it. You're 100% accurate on the spot with that because I can 100% hear that. Coming through.
The other thing that just dawned on me, I'm kind of getting goosebumps. I'm about to say something that could be considered a fallacy or blasphemy, but I'm just going to say it the way I think it.
Okay.
Prince totally jacked Jimi Hendrix style. From the shoes to the getup.
I can see it.
And Prince, and not, I don't mean like jacked like in a negative way, but like Prince is like one of the well-known guitarists, and like I don't know enough about style, but I'm like looking at Jimi Hendrix right now in this screen, and I'm like, that's Prince.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Tight clothes, flash of clothes.
And you know about
orange.
the 27 Club?
Kind of like I've heard it referenced.
So it's all the artists who passed away at 27.
Yeah, okay.
So I believe it's Janis Joplin, him, Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
But he's in that club.
Really?
So he's gone way too soon.
That's crazy.
And then see someone come from the mist, like, because Prince's music sounds totally different. But right here, I just slapped me in the face, like, oh shit, like,
looks like
Prince
a little
is
bit,
like, bro, Prince kind of looks like him. His little mustache, how he did his hair.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of tripping out that I didn't notice it earlier.
You can see it, y'all. I'm 26. I'm scared. Scared, homie.
we gotta get him to 28, y'all.
Leo.
We gotta get him to 28. Damn.
Hopefully not past 30, because
you don't want to end up like me.
No.
You don't want none of this, Andrew. All right.
I'm going down south, way down, walk be free.
He does look like a Prince. I see it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no hangman, boy. You can put a rope around me.
violating
That's
that
why
guitar.
he did the.
That guitar, I could be look again. I'm not like a big like guitar person, so I could be totally getting this wrong about the gear. But the guitar kind of looks like a pretty bare bones. Like I want to say it's a Fender Strat. Oh man, I might have to look this up real quick. I think this is like a pretty like normal, like it's a good quality like guitar, of course, but it kind of just looks like a Stratocaster a little bit, like a pretty normal electric. That's not like. You know, for how big he probably is at this time, you could probably afford like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 guitars, but that looks normal. Like that, you get what I'm saying? It kind of just looks like a pretty like basic like teens first guitar kind of looking guitar. I could be totally wrong. This could be like an insanely legendary piece of equipment that I'm totally missing the mark on. But I think it's an ode to his talent. You know what it is.
That's what you're trying to highlight. Is he didn't need a fancy guitar.
Yeah, he didn't need a crazy guitar to go crazy.
Like, yo, it's like a dope chef can use the most basic ingredients to cook you an amazing meal.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and thinking about like the museum I went to in Seattle, it's like right next to the Space Needle, and they had one of his guitars there, which I thought was super fascinating at the time anyway, because I had heard about, Jimi Hendrix. But now I'm like, I wonder how much his guitars are worth. They've got to be like nearly priceless. Like they've got to be. Like if you wanted to acquire one as a museum, like you've at least got to be paying 100, 200 million plus for these things. Like, I mean,
Jimi Hendrix is legitimately that guy.
He's the GOAT.
Like, he's like a historical, oracle, moracle, poracle, bro.
But if anything, it could just be completely priceless, and you had to know someone to get your hands on that too.
Yeah, possibly.
They might not have paid anything, and it was just like, I mean, it might be that like insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the
brain. All right, you guys. We put Andrew on. I can't believe I get to title this Gen Z metalhead has never heard Jimi Hendrix ever.
Yeah. Never.
That's insane.
Sorry, guys.
All right. Well, we got some gold here. This is fun. Go to his channel and check it out. Let us know what you want me to check out further him. I've been going down rabbit holes, and I've been bringing it back to some like late 90s, early 2000 pop. Like I did a Backstreet Boys reaction. I'm going crazy on my channel. But I want to put you in front of some rap.
I do need to get
classic rap. Yeah. Anyways,
let's do it.
You guys.
Let's see. Some people think I'm lying. I've had comments like, "No way, you haven't heard this as a musician, as a producer. There's no way you haven't heard." I'm like, you don't know me. Yeah, I was sheltered.
The thing is, I get that shit all the time, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm trying to get my father on to be like, yo, just to talk about it. Like,
he's like,
we had certain music in the house.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. I think people forget that.
Yeah. Also, in my era, we didn't have the internet like that, so we didn't have access. Like, you have to commit to buying a CD, and a lot of times you'll buy a CD for the single and be like, this album is trash.
Yeah.
As a youngster, buying your first CDs. So yeah, man. Anyways, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ, boy.